Carterville's defense is going to have to be on their toes tonight if they want to come away with an upset victory.
Let's talk about that schedule for just a moment. At Carterville, the 4 losses that they've suffered, the teams that have beat them, combined record of 16-5. Nashville, on the other hand, their 4 wins that they have a combined record of 2-18. Now, you hit on a key point. Nashville racked some points on the board. They're averaging 38 points a game. That doesn't bode well for this Carterville team. And I said earlier to somebody that Carterville needs to get a game like they had at Heron. That's what they're going to need here tonight.
Well, I think Carterville just needs to play with a lead. Look at some of the games recently. Carterville hasn't had a lead. They've been playing from behind in almost every game, at least the last 3 weeks. Play with a lead. Let that defense maybe pin their ears back and go after a quarterback, because Nashville loves to spread the ball around, especially throwing it. So I think it's imperative, honestly, that Carterville plays with a lead, especially early in this game, to kind of set the tone.
When you look at Carterville, defense has held them in games. Take out the DuQuoin game, the other 4 games, the defense has done their job. It's been the offense that just hasn't been able to convert whenever they've had good field position, and they're going to need to do that tonight.
Well, everything looked good after the Heron game. Talking offensively, the offense really clicked, put up 35 points against a good Heron team. And then from that point on, the offense really struggled to put points on the board. At one point, they had gone like 6-8 quarters with only having scored 2 offensive touchdowns. So Carterville's offense has got to get going. There's nothing fancy, nothing, earth-shattering about Carterville's offense. It's run either with Petska or Lazinski, and it's up to the offensive line to open those holes. And again, I go back to Carterville's going to get the ball to start this game. Nashville won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Carterville needs to go down and put some points on the board quickly and maybe put a little bit of doubt in Nashville's mind.
The one thing about this Nashville team, they're big corn-fed boys up here in Washington County. They are a big team, and Carterville's line is going to have to dig in and push some guys out of the way, and it's going to be a battle all night long. But this is a game that, despite the record, 1-4 for Carterville, 4-1 for Nashville, I really think Carterville has a really good shot in this game and what would be an upset.
Yes, it would. And I think for Carterville, the playoffs start tonight.
Absolutely.
You have to win out to even get to 5 wins. I think Carterville would have enough playoff points to get in with 5 wins. The other thing, too, that we were talking about earlier is make Week 9 at Effingham mean something.
Exactly.
And I think, again, it starts tonight. You still have Sparta on the road, Pinckneyville at home in a couple of weeks. But it starts with tonight's game. And if you have any thoughts of getting to the playoffs, you better play like this is a playoff game tonight.
Absolutely. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by our friends at the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, where you can stay connected and on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. You can check balances, you can pay your bills, you can even make transfers. You can find out more if you go online to tboc.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. I had an opportunity yesterday to catch Coach D after practice, and we talked about this Nashville game. When we come back, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions, Coach Dennis Drust, on our pregame show. It is presented to you tonight by Thad Ellett Plumbing here on News Radio WJPF. Hey, Brian, I think up here my Wi-Fi may be cutting in and out. We may have to fight that all night. I've rebooted it, and so if you're getting some chatter, that's what it's from. We're getting a chatter on the feedback. Yes, please. It'll be quick, I'm sure. There you have it, Scott Hudson, Coach Dennis Drust on the pregame show. And I can tell you, I went to practice on Wednesday. Probably the best practice I've seen with this Carterville Lions team all year long.
At this point, when you're 1-4, everything becomes a little bit more mental than maybe if you're up 4-1. You have to mentally focus. You have to mentally get yourself up to play some of these games when you're 1-4 because, it looks like maybe your season's, your chance of making the playoffs are out of reach. But listening to what you told me, what I just heard Dennis Drust talk about, it appears that the kids have bought in, to use a phrase, to practice this week, to the importance of this game. Now it's time to just go out there and put it all into motion.
And they're about 3 minutes from doing that as the Nashville Hornets take the field. They are coached by Steven Kazuzik, and that's a big team. You look over there on the sideline, they have a lot of size behind them. But a week ago, in their win over Sparta, their starting quarterback, Cole Malavi, wound up fracturing his collarbone. He is not in tonight. They would switch their quarterback every other series. But tonight getting all the snaps at quarterback is going to be number 26, Damian Baugh, who will captain the team on offense. Both teams are on the field right now. The band is still out there. As you hear the announcements here tonight, and just for our listeners, the speaker is directly, it's like it's a hat for me tonight, and it's right.
You wear it quite well.
Well, thank you. It's a big hat, but you're going to be hearing very well the public address system here at Nashville. Again, Carterville comes in tonight 1-4. They must win. If they have any playoff aspirations, we are going to take a break. It's when we come back, we'll have the kickoff between Carterville and Nashville on NewsRadio WJPF.
All right, tonight's officials are Jeff Engelman, Ricky George, Rhett Shockey, Louis George, and Louis Buchanan. Those are the officials.
Back at Nashville, it's Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson. National anthem just completed here for the pregame ceremonies on our pregame show. It's brought to you by our friends at Thad Ellett Plumbing. Carterville is going to get the ball, Scott Hudson, to start the game. As you said moments ago, Nashville won the toss, but they've elected to defer. I like the fact that Carterville gets the opportunity to drive the field first.
Yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know if I'm in the minority or not, but if I'm a coach and I'm playing a good team and I win the coin toss, I want the ball first. I want to be able to put points on the board first and make the other team play from behind. I know a lot of coaches want to put their defense out there first. But I've always been one, if I can get the ball first, give it to me because I got a chance to put points on the board.
I am in the same thought. I want my strength, I want my offense to get out there and set the tone early in a game. So that's what we're facing here. Carterville's going to have the ball as they have two guys deep. Carterville in their road white uniforms with the blue letters. Nashville in their blue jerseys with the white numbers, like those numbers on those jerseys.
Yes, we should be able to see numbers easily tonight.
Carterville drops two receivers back at about the 5-yard line, and it is going to be doing the kicking tonight for Nashville. It is Colin Laws. He has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. We appreciate you tuning in on News Radio WJPF. Don't forget you can watch on YouTube. Search Carterville Lions at Nashville Hornets. The ball taken on the far sideline at about the 5-yard line. Believe it's taken there by Carterville's Bryce Anderson. He's dropped at about the 13-yard line. So Carterville's going to have it there. 1st and 10 from their own 13.
Yeah, picked up near the far sideline at about the 5. One to come to the left, but then stop, reverse field, and wasn't able to get very far. So Carterville has the ball first. Let's see what this Carterville offense can do.
Ball is actually on the 17-yard line. So here comes the Carterville Lions offense. Coach Dennis Drust just below us. The coaching staff trying to get their headsets working here tonight. They finally have a connection. And Carterville is ready to go. It's going to be, as always, quarterback Keaton Petska. Where's number 18? The running back is Colin Lazinski to his right. The officials blow the whistle. Carterville's first play from scrimmage. It's going to be the give to Lazinski, and he is wrapped up at about the 10-yard line.
Number 35, Colin
That's going to be a loss for the Lions.
Yeah, Riker Reese came in from his linebacker spot, unblocked. If Lazinski gets by him, he's got a lot of real estate, but a good open field tackle by Reese.
The ball is at the 10-yard line, not the 16. Carterville has it. Colin Lazinski from the shotgun. He gives it to his running back. That is Lazinski. He's wrapped up by about 4 or 5 Nashville Hornets, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long for Carterville.
Yeah, this is a situation Carterville does not want to be in. It's 3rd and long. Carterville has struggled throwing the ball all year, and now you get into an obvious passing situation. You know, you're asking Petska to throw the football, and that's probably been one of the areas of deficiency this year for Carterville's football team.
3rd and long for the Lions. They operate from their own 12-yard line. They look toward head coach Dennis Drust. There's no play clock here, so the countdown for the play comes from the back judge. Petska rolls to his right. He's looking to throw, looks to throw, feels some pressure, gets rid of it, throws it up high, and it is incomplete. As his intended receiver was Mason Huntsberger, falls incomplete. Lucky it wasn't picked off.
Yeah, the defensive back in front of Huntsberger and also behind him. And luckily, like you said, that ball was not picked off, so Carterville will have to punt from about their own goal line.
Looks like, yeah. So Nashville, they drop their receiver back. That is Nick Miller, stands at the Carterville 47-yard line. Of course, Colin Lazinski does all the punting for the Lions. Good snap, gets the ball, gets a good Carterville bounce. It bounces all the way inside the 40-yard line to about the 37. That was an outstanding kick from Colin Lazinski, pinning Nashville back in their own end of the field.
Well, it was a line drive kick, but it was away from the deep back, and when it hit, it just rolled and rolled and rolled. And so now Carterville's defense really needs to come out here and get a 3 and out, get a stop on defense, and maybe get Carterville good field position for their second possession.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. For over 30 years, they are a certified York dealer. They service all brands, 985-2502, or visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com. So the quarterback for Nashville is Damian Baugh. Where's number 26? Operates from the shotgun. Nashville will run 4 receivers. They're not a big running team, but they do put a jet back. It's Baugh that's going to keep it off the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line, and he gains about 3 as they gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, Moore in on the tackle. Also, Rafe Tuttle in on the tackle for Carterville.
Number 53, Matthew.
It's actually a gain of 1, so it's 2nd and 9. The ball is at the 41-yard line. The snap was low. Ball gives it to his running back, and he battles his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not much, if any, on that carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Nashville.
Yeah, Matthew Segner in on the tackle for Carterville, along with others. So now Nashville's in 3rd and long, obvious passing situation.
From the 42, as Baugh from the shotgun, he looks to throw. Had 2 receivers down the side. That is just a lame duck he throws up, and fortunate for him, nobody made a play on it. It falls incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down now for Nashville.
And I think we've got a flag on the play, or do we? Sideline warning on Carterville.
That is about the 4th or 5th sideline warning on the Lions this year. I don't know if they're crowding the sideline, if that's what that means, or if it's...
Well, if they back up anymore, they're going to be in our lap.
And we don't have enough room for that.
No, we don't.
Ball's at the 42-yard line, 4th and 6. And Nashville is forced to punt. It's Colin Laws who does the kicking that will also do... No, excuse me, that is Tanner Bergman. Fair catch called for at the 25-yard line by Nick Kralis. Carterville is going to have it at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 25. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson and the entire city of Carterville. Proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions. Saw the mayor today. I played in the Bocce tournament over at Heron, and he was over there, played in the mayor's game. Nice to be able to talk to him for a couple minutes and say thanks for being a sponsor of Lions Sports.
We don't get to do this if we don't have those sponsors.
No, we don't. No, we don't. All right, Carterville has the ball. 2nd time tonight, and there's only less than 3 minutes run off the clock as the Lions force the punt from Nashville. Apologies not moving the camera, as always. So Carterville's from their own 25. 3 receivers right. Petska's going to keep it, falls forward for about a gain of yards. 2nd and 9 from the 24.
Carterville's
26, rather.
Yeah, Carterville's offensive line really going to have their hands full, that big defensive front of Nashville. Remember, Carterville's offense is an option offense. Carterville does not have a lead blocker coming out of the backfield to block for either Petska or Lazinski. They're basically on their own. The offensive line's asked to do a lot.
Petska takes the snap, gives it to Lazinski. He battles and fights his way off the end, but he's wrapped up. Little to no gain once again for Carterville, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for Carterville.
Just not much. Carterville's tried running to the left, running to the right. Just nothing there at this point.
They look toward Dennis Drust, who is just below us. Carterville, as we said, probably about 30 feet from us. from our location here in Nashville. It's kind of weird. The press box is opposite the home field sideline. As Petska rolls to his right, throws it out to his right, and it is picked off at the 35-yard line.
Number 14.
As it was Tamer Kazuzik that gets out and intercepts that pass. Interception, and it's Nashville football.
Yeah, Petska rolled to his right, just like he did on the previous possession. This time, 2 defenders around there, and he did not come away with anything good there. Picked off. Again, anytime you roll to one side of the field or the other, it really shortens the field for the defense, and your passes have got to be precise.
So Nashville quickly wants to get this play going. There's the whistle. They look toward Coach Steve Kazuzik over on the far sideline as the quarterback, Damian Baugh, the senior, 6 foot, 150. We have a whistle, and it blows the play dead. That's usually a motion penalty, which it is. It's going to back Nashville up 5 yards.
Now, neither team's got off to a great start offensively.
Still first down.
So it's going to bring up 1st and 15 from Carterville's 40.
What a beautiful night, Scott Hudson.
It is. It is. This is
what football is supposed to be like.
This is This is when you're supposed to play football games, when they're like this.
That's exactly right. 1st and 15 from the Carterville 40. As Damian Baugh, the quarterback, has 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Rolls to his right. He wants to throw. Feels some pressure. Gets it away. And it almost is caught. And, boy, a nice effort there by Kazuzik. As ball went off his fingertips, falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 15 now. Or, excuse me, 2nd and 15 for the Hornets.
Yeah, Bryce Anderson, the Carterville defensive back, came over. Kind of flashed in front of him. That may have caused him to lose concentration. But it's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
Again, they will usually run 4 wideouts, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side. And it's the ball that runs right up the middle across the 35 to the 30-yard line where he's finally brought down right there. I believe that was Dylan Moore on the stop.
Yeah, Dylan Moore made a touchdown-saving stop because if he doesn't make that stop, he's gone all the way. And a little bit of a good ball fake to the running back coming to the near sideline, and the quarterback just kept it up the middle.
3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. It's the give to the fullback. That is Metcalf off the right side, and he's brought down inside the 25-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Nashville first down.
Yeah, 2 very good running plays back-to-back for Nashville. 1 up the middle, 1 to the outside. And they've got a first down inside the Carterville 25.
At the 24, Metcalf, Julian Metcalf, is the featured running back for this Nashville offense. They put number 14 in as the jet back. The throw down the right sideline is incomplete. If it was caught, it would have been a touchdown.
Good throw, and it looked like Carterville's defensive back, Matthew Jones, may have gotten a hand on the ball after it touched the wide receiver's hands. Jones was beat, but he recovered nicely in the corner of the end zone. And I think he got a hand on that ball and knocked it away.
2nd and 10 now from the 24-yard line. 3 receivers are spread left this time. Metcalf in the backfield. He gets the handoff from Baugh, and he's brought down at about the 21-yard line, bringing up 3rd down and long with just under 7 minutes left here in the opening quarter.
Trevor Stewart, I believe, in on the tackle for the Lions.
3rd and 8 from the 22.
Nashville in 4-down territory here, so Carterville's defense is going to have to come up big twice.
They need a stop here. They've been getting the stops. We talk about the bend but don't break defense of the Lions. Ball throws across the middle high, and that's going to force 4th down as that falls incomplete for Nashville.
Yeah, ball thrown a little bit behind the receiver, Nick Miller, going across the middle at about the 5, thrown behind him. And it looks like that Nashville is going to bring in their field goal kicker. And this will be about a 34-yarder. Excuse me. It'll be about a 39-yarder.
Wow. We'll see. Colin Laws does the kicking. The 5'10", 200-pound senior wears number 3. On the hold is Nick Miller. Watch the fake. I wonder if they'll try and do that. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and
short.
It is short. So Carterville.
And the attempt is no good.
Boy, that was, it looked good.
Personal foul on Carterville Automatic first down.
Wow.
How did you do that?
Penalties.
On a field goal attempt.
I'm telling you,
That
personal fouls have been devastating to this Lions team this year.
Well, we don't know who or what as far as the personal foul, but they're going to mark it off, and it's going to give Nashville first down at Carterville's 11-yard line. A missed field goal. Carterville's going to get the ball back in decent field position, but a personal foul on a field goal attempt. I've seen it all now, Dave McKenzie.
First and 10 from the 11. 4 more downs for this Nashville offense, a team that averages 38 points a game. They're 4-1 on the season. 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. Ball takes the snap and gives it to his running back. That is Metcalf, and he was met by number 56 for Carterville. That is Trevor Stewart that got in on the tackle. Nice play defensively for Carterville.
Oh, big play, and Trevor Stewart, only a sophomore. So you'll probably hear his name over the next couple of years a lot.
3-yard loss, bringing up 2nd and 13 from the 15-yard line. Ball, the quarterback. He looks to throw down the right side. We have a whistle that blows it in, blows the play dead. And like we said, that's usually a false start, and that's what it is. And that's going to back Nashville up 5 more yards. That's their second false start here in the game.
Well, Carterville's giving Nashville some early Christmas presents, and it's like Nashville's saying, "No thanks. Do you have a receipt? We want to return it."
2nd down and 18 from the 20. Ball from the shotgun, fakes to his pass to his right, rolls to his left, and throws it out in the flat where it is incomplete.
Yeah, the official right there. Some of the fans not happy about it over there on the far side, but
the intended receiver not happy either as he stands with his hands on his shoulders. I believe that was Nick Miller, the intended receiver. 3rd and 18 from the 20 now.
Carterville's defensive backs have done a pretty good job of coverage so far in this first quarter.
They have. Carterville was lucky on that last false start because the pass was complete. Had the play counted. Ball rolls to his right, now throws back to his left to Metcalf, the running back. He's out across the 20-yard line. Inside the 10, another flag lays at the 15-yard line.
That could be
holding. It's a holding on, I think, is the early indication. Nice play design by Nashville as ball rolled to his right, faked the pass, jumped up and threw it back to blocking the back on Nashville, but he threw it back to Julian Metcalf, the running back.
Metcalf did a very good job of getting literally between 2 Carterville would-be tacklers. I thought he should have been stopped at about the 20-yard line, but doesn't matter because there was a penalty.
3rd and 24 from the 25. Nashville's gone backwards the last 3 plays. Again, 3 receivers right, 1 to the far side. Ball takes the snap, gives it to his fullback. That is Metcalf.
And that is Metcalf.
That's going to bring up 4th down now.
Yeah,
do they go for it?
I think you. Well, that's a good question. We saw that a while ago. Segner, Tuttle, and Bailey Hicks in on the stop for Carterville on that play. If they tried one from here, no, I don't think they're going to try one from here. That'd be over 40 yards. So you're short on from 39. I don't think you're going to try it from 40 plus.
They're going to go for it. 4th and 24. Spread the 3 receivers to the right. Ball takes the snap, looks to throw, loses his footing, slips, throws it down the middle, wide open. Wide open was Nick Miller for Nashville for a 25-yard touchdown for Nashville.
He beat Carson Pearson right down the middle of the field. We've seen this many times this year where Carterville has given up big plays on 3rd and 4th and very long, and it hit him again here as the running back got behind Pearson and caught the ball in stride in the end zone.
Ball to Miller for the touchdown as the field goal team is in, and the kick is good. So it's 7-0. That comes at the 4:38 mark here in the first on News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Nashville. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Nashville just scored on a 24-yard touchdown pass from Baugh to Miller, and they lead it 7-0, Scott.
Yeah, that's a tough one to swallow there because you had obviously Nashville in an obvious passing situation, but anytime you have 4, maybe 5 wide receivers, you don't really have a safety that can roam the backside because he has to cover somebody.
Carterville takes the kickoff at the 10-yard line. They bring it out to the far side where he spun down at the 20-yard line. So a 10-yard return for the Lions. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702. Sponsor and supporter of Carterville Lions Sports, IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 4:30 on the first quarter clock. Carterville has it. 1st and 10 from their own 21.
Carterville's offense better wake up. You know, they've got to get a drive going, eat some time off the clock, finish it with points, and keep Nashville's offense off the field.
So here comes Keaton Petska and the Carterville Lions. Find themselves down 7. They give it to, I believe that is Nick Kralis that tries to take it off the left side on a little jet sweep, and he picks up a couple of yards, maybe a gain of 3, 2nd down for Carterville.
Yeah, Nashville's defense pursuing very well to both sides of the field. Maybe at some point you catch them in that pursuit and run a little bit of a reverse and try to get some open field on one side of the field or the other.
Ball sets at the 24-yard line, a gain of 3 for Nick Kralis, the senior for Carterville. One receiver out to the right. We have 1-2 in the backfield. It's the give to Lazinski. Spins his way out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now for Carterville.
Yeah, Carterville just not doing anything on 1st or 2nd down. Carterville with their offense, obviously they love to run the ball. They want to get in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. You know, anything over 5 yards really puts them in an uncomfortable position.
This Carterville coaching staff, they watch the defenders. First they watch the line, see how they're blocking on the line. Then they'll start watching the safeties, and that helps Coach Dennis Druss decide what they're going to do. As Petska takes the snap, it was low. He turns around like he wanted to hand it, like somebody was supposed to be there and wasn't, and he's brought down on the quarterback keeper. Loss of a couple. It's going to be 4th down now for Carterville.
Well, Nashville blitz their linebackers, and you know, when you blitz, especially a linebacker, it's high risk, high reward. Sometimes you get burnt, sometimes you make a big play, and Nashville made a big play, and Carterville's got the punt yet again.
Nashville's going to drop 2 receivers back to receive the punt. Colin Lazinski, of course, does the kicking. Rugby style and gets a nice kick away. But it's going to be taken at the 40-yard line. That's by Miller out across the 50 into Carterville territory. Hops jumps down to about the 43-yard line. That's where Nashville's going to start.
Yeah, great punt by Lazinski. And actually, Carterville had a couple of players down there early to make a tackle, but they didn't have containment on the near side, and it let the return man get to the outside and gain about an extra 10, 15 yards that probably he shouldn't have gotten.
First and 10 now from the 43-yard line. Heron leading their game over Massac tonight, 21-0. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see, I've got a couple of other scores. Scott Hudson, AJ on top of Pinckneyville, 14-0. Benton Rangers over Harrisburg, 6-0. Nashville has it here. Quarterback Baugh gives it to his running back, or he's going to keep it rather, and he's hit right in the back, dropped at the 43-yard line. That's going to be no gain for Nashville.
Well, good stop by Carterville's linebacker, Justin Cross, who came up and put a pop on him.
Ball was spinning and got hit right in the middle of the back. 7-0, Nashville with the lead here. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Ball rolls to his left. He wants to throw, decides to keep it, gets down, and he's brought down back at the 43-yard line. Nice job defensively. Defenders, defensive ends did a nice job covering up the receivers. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 43.
Yeah, Nashville had one receiver on the far sideline. He was covered, so that was a good job by the defensive backs to make that play go absolutely nowhere.
Luke Smolak checks out. Bryce Anderson checks in for the Lions. Baugh. Once again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Baugh takes the snap, wants to throw, throws it deep down the right side, and completely overthrows everybody. It falls incomplete.
Brings fourth down.
It's 4th down and 10. I would think that Nashville would probably punt from here.
I think so. Good stand by Carterville's defense. Bryce Anderson with great coverage. Actually, he looked like the intended receiver on that throw instead of the Nashville wideout. So Carterville will get the ball back, and hopefully they can figure something out offensively because they have gone absolutely nowhere when they've had the ball.
It is Bryce Anderson. That is the deep man for Carterville.
About a special teams touchdown.
We'd take that. Nice snap. Again, rugby-style kick, high kick. Anderson's going to take it. Fair catch at about the 6-yard line.
Fair caught.
Yeah, usually, and I don't know what Coach Drust and his staff, their rules are. Usually, if the ball is inside the 10, you let it go, take your chances that it's going to go in the end zone instead of being down. So Carterville's going to have they got 94 yards to go to pay dirt.
Ball sets at the 6-yard line for Carterville. Here comes the offense after chatting with head coach Dennis Drust. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare. Dedicated to the communities we serve, call 866-744-2468 or go online and visit SIH.net. 7-0, Nashville on top. After the 24-yard touchdown pass from Baugh to Miller, extra point was good. 7-0 is where we stand. Clock at 1:13 in the first. Petska gives it to Lazinski, and he's brought down. Actually, may be a loss on that carry. Nashville's just cracked. They've got like 8-9 guys in the box, and they're just playing the run.
Well, they're daring Carterville to throw the football. I mean, they're bringing more than Carterville can block. And their linebackers, at least one, if not two, are blitzing on every play, and they're just shooting the gaps. And Carterville, here's the good side to that is if Carterville's running backs can break that first initial tackle, they're going to have some open room to run, but they can't do it.
They're bringing the blitz once again, and they get it out across the middle, overthrow Rafe Tuttle, who was wide open. That's the right idea. That's how you break that down, but you have to complete it.
That was a well-designed play. I thought Tuttle could have kept running. He seemed to kind of break his stride a little bit, but having said that, Petska's throw was way over his head. But if Tuttle catches that ball, he might still be running.
They'll run that little 10-yard, 12-yard curl right off the end. An opportunity there for the Lions, and they miss on that. So it's 3rd and 12 from the 4. 32 seconds on the first quarter clock.
Yeah, a little confusion in the backfield.
They're pinned back on their own 4-yard line. Now Petska's ready to go. Has Lazinski in the backfield. gives it to Lazinski. No, he rolls out to his right. Lee gets it to Kralis. Kralis has a first down out across the 20-yard line to about the 22-yard line. First down for the Carterville Lions.
Carterville's first down of the game, and what a well-designed play. I thought Lazinski had the football.
I did too.
And then when I saw him going down, I'm like, well, he didn't have the ball. And I looked, and Kralis wide open in the far flat. Well-designed play, well executed by the Lions.
Wow, that was a nice play as the clock continues to roll under 20 seconds, 15 to be exact. And I think that's probably how we're going to end the first quarter. That was a big play. They needed that. They needed something to kind of turn this momentum just a little bit, and maybe that does it. Carterville has it. They're down 7-0 as we head toward the second quarter here on News Radio WJPF.
The Nashville Hornets 7 and the Carterville Lions.
Beautiful night for high school football in Southern Illinois. Dave McKenzie along with Scott Hudson as we head toward the second quarter. The first big play for Carterville, their first down of the contest. And Carterville is fortunate they find themselves down only 7-0. It was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Baugh to Miller. Carterville has it, 1st and 10 from their own 22. Petska looks to throw again, throws it deep down the left side, has a man wide open. That is Huntsberger as he carries it out across midfield to about the 30-yard line of Nashville. Mason Huntsberger, what a huge catch and play from the Carterville Lions.
Huntsberger got behind the defensive back and then shielded the defensive back with his body to catch that pass. Very good pass thrown by Petska, let Huntsberger just run right under it, and 2 big plays back-to-back for Carterville.
Wow, how about that? Momentum, like we said, turned toward the Lions. 1st and 10 now for Carterville from the 31-yard line after that pass. I'll figure up the yardage on it here in just a couple of minutes, but Lazinski with the carry, and he's brought down right there.
Neil Cabot, number 65, with the tackle. 2nd down.
Yeah, Cabot on the tackle, 6'2", 245 junior. That's a load.
46-yard reception for Mason Huntsberger. Liked seeing that.
Yeah, you've got to keep Nashville's defense honest. You've got to keep them on their heels a little bit. You've got to have success throwing the football, because if you don't, they're going to have 8, 9 guys in the box, and it's going to be tough to run on them.
Rafe Tuttle checks out. Bryce Anderson in. Carterville moves as Petska moves Lazinski to his right. Now he's going to keep it. Whoa. He is brought down. Nice job defensively by that is Neil Comet with the tackle on Petska.
Going to fake the throw to the right and turn and go up the middle. Well, he met a steel door when he turned to go up the middle. I think, and I know it was probably not designed to throw to Lazinski in the flat, but if he would have, he'd been wide open.
As they swing the pass out to Lazinski, makes a cut, fights his way down to about the 31-yard line. 4th and long for Carterville.
Number 11, Jackson.
I would think Carterville will go for it here.
Brings up 4th down.
Obvious passing situation.
4th and 10 from the 31. Lazinski in the backfield. Bryce Anderson out there. Carson Pearson out there. Nick Grayless, 3 receivers off on the right. It's Bryce Anderson. He's going to check out. Tuttle back in. Spread way out to the left side is Mason Huntsberger. Carterville needs to hurry. Don't see the signal on the time, but Petska rolls out to his left, feels some pressure, slips, and he's brought down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he wasn't going to go anywhere even if he doesn't slip. He had two guys coming towards him. He have to stop and throw back to the near side, and it just didn't work. And Carterville's offense, after two very good plays, fizzles, and Nashville gets the ball back.
So Nashville is going to have it 9:22 mark. 1st and 10 from their own 40, right below us here. The give to the running back, that's Metcalf. Out to about the 42-yard line where it's going to be marked. 2nd down and 8, gain of 2 from the 42.
Carterville's done a pretty good job in this first half against the run.
Baugh throws it out toward the right side. It's caught. Makes a move at the 50. Spun down inside the 50 into Carterville territory at the 47-yard line. Moves the chains. 1st down for Nashville.
Yeah, just a quick throw to the far sideline. Carterville had a couple of guys there, but the ball was thrown right between them. And Nashville has a 1st down in Carterville territory.
At the 47. Again, 3 receivers right. Baugh looks to throw. Throws it out. That is Miller. It's caught at the 45. Dives his way down toward the 40 as a helmet comes off. Somebody lost their head out there.
I think that's Cross. He's going to have to come off.
And he does.
At around the 40-yard line.
2nd down and 3. A gain of 7 on that reception from the 40-yard line. Baugh takes the snap. Again, looks to throw right side. Receiver is there on the sideline. Nice catch. Gets a foot down.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, I guess.
So it'll be incomplete.
Pass out of bounds. Brings up 3rd down.
Damian Baugh, he throws a pretty nice pass.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got good receivers.
Yeah, and he does. And the other thing, too, is he's had time to find his receivers. You know, anytime you give a quarterback, even in high school, enough time to look downfield, you're going to find somebody open.
3rd and 3 from the 40-yard line. Damian Baugh, the quarterback, throws it out to the right side. That's enough for a 1st down. Gain of about 5 on the carry, but it's going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Nashville.
Yeah, just ran about 5-6 yards down the field and turned around. Ran the defensive back off enough that once he turned around, the defensive back couldn't come up there and knock the pass down.
1st and 10 from the 35. Baugh, he's going to keep it straight up the gut. Across the 30 to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. That is a 35-yard touchdown run from Damian Baugh for Nashville.
Well, Nashville does a lot of damage through the air on this drive. And then they fake the handoff going to the far side, and Baugh just keeps it up the middle. I'm sure he's probably touched at one point, but he got through there pretty quick. And it's going to be an extra point. We could be looking at a 14-0 deficit here real quick.
Colin Laws once again does the kicking for this Nashville Hornet team. And it is going to be Nick Miller with the hold as they have to wait for one more lineman to get in place. 13-0. There's the snap. Nice hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. It is 14-0. Nashville, they lead Carterville at the 8-minute mark. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Laws teeing it up for the Hornets. Pearson and Anderson B for Carterville.
Jamming out in Nashville on a Friday night.
Feel like I'm at a Ted Nugent concert.
I'm telling you. It's Nashville. They just scored on a 35-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Damian Baugh. Now they kick the onside kick, and it is recovered by Nashville by Justin Alls. So Nashville is going to have the football. 7:59. That's 2 times this year. Carterville has been burned on a well-timed onside kick by the opponent.
On the onside kick, the ball's going towards one of the first line of defense, sort of offense, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know who the player. I don't remember who the player was for Carterville. He stood there waiting for the ball to come to him. You have to go after that ball.
You got to go get it.
You cannot wait till it comes to you.
So Nashville, they've got the momentum back. 14-0. Just under 8 minutes left here in the first half. Down 14. Damian Baugh, the quarterback. Their starting quarterback, one of them, Cole Malavi, broke his collarbone a week ago, so it's all on Damian Baugh here tonight. Nice gain of about 3 or 4 by Metcalf, and there's a flag on the play.
The official says.
Sideline warning on Nashville.
Okay.
So each team now has had a sideline warning in the contest.
On the Hornets. Just a warning.
So Baugh gets his guys up to the line, 2nd and 5. The play will stand. 43-yard line is where the ball sets. Damian Baugh swings it out right side. His receiver there, Tabor Kazuzik, down the sideline where he's finally brought down inside the 35 at about the 32-yard line of Carterville.
Well, he got a good block from his wide receiver on that little screen to the outside. He got a good block by the wide receiver and picked up a Nashville first down.
Heron leads 27-0. They're playing Massac tonight, homecoming in Heron. Baugh takes the snap, going to keep it. Nice fake to his running back, Metcalf. Catches the seam down the left sideline, touchdown. Damian Baugh, 31 yards, back-to-back touchdown runs for the quarterback from Nashville.
A mistake by Carterville special teams. Actually, I would call it a mental mistake, not going after the football. And Nashville takes advantage of it 3 plays later, and they're back in the end zone. And this thing's ready to get out of hand if Carterville's offense doesn't wake up.
20-0 the score right now as Colin Laws on for the extra point. Once again, to our left. Snap is down, the kick is up, kick is good. 21-0. Nashville firmly in control here at the 7:33 mark. They scored 2 touchdowns in 29 seconds. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Laws teeing it up for the Hornets. Pearson and Anderson deep for Carterville.
It's all Nashville in Washington County, 21-0. As they've scored 2 touchdowns in 29 seconds after recovering the onside kick. They wouldn't dare do that again, would they, Scott Hudson?
I would not think, but you got to be ready for anything.
Colin Law, this time, kind of a pooch kick over toward the left side. It's taken there by Carterville's Bailey
Looks
Hicks.
like number 2, Dylan Moore.
So Carterville has the football. 7:30
Miller
mark.
on the tackle.
1st and 10 from their own 33. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center.
First and
Bank of
10
Carbondale,
on
they
the
offer a variety of
33-yard
personal
line.
and business banking services. To learn more, go to their website, tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, best case scenario, I think Carterville needs to score 2 touchdowns before halftime to get back into this game. They do not want to go 3 and out. Give Nashville's offense the ball right back in good field position. Offensively, Carterville's got to step it up.
Keaton Petska stays in at quarterback. It's the get to Lazinski off the right side, out across the 30. Brought down, nice solo tackle there by
tackle by number 50.
number 50
Riker
for
Reese.
Nashville. That's Riker Reese.
Second
Is short gain on that one.
Now, he ran about 30 yards to gain half a yard. He tried to get to the outside, turn it up, but the pursuit by Nashville was not going to allow him to do that.
2nd and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Carterville needs something to happen. They need points on the board. The clock rolls under 7 minutes here in the half. Petska, he's going to keep it, or he's banged down just short of the 35-yard line.
Well, the hole, when there is a hole there, it collapses so quickly that unless you have very good speed, which that's one thing Carterville does not have this year, is a lot of team speed. If you don't have that speed to get to that hole quickly, you're not going to go anywhere.
AJ winning their game. 4 minutes left in the second, 21-0. I'm not sure exactly who they're playing tonight, Scott.
I should know, but I don't.
Petska fakes the handoff, looks to throw, has his time, rolls left. He needs to do something. He's got pressure coming on him.
That's not what you got to do.
And Peskin
You either got to throw it, tuck it and run, or throw it out of bounds.
Absolutely.
And he did none of those.
Winds up being a big loss and brings up 4th down now for
I think
Carterville.
AJ's playing Pinckneyville tonight.
Yes. 4th and 14 for the Lions. They got to have something to go. They need a spark. Like you said earlier, this game is close to getting out of hand. If Nashville scores here, Lazinski punts, low line drive, off the receiver's hands. That's Miller. The ball's on the ground, and it goes out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Nashville Hornets.
Well, that's what happens when you're 1-4. You don't get breaks come your way, and Carterville had a great opportunity to fall on that ball, but
nobody in the vicinity.
Well, it was after the ball hit the deep back, it was like a guided missile towards the sideline, and Carterville just couldn't get there in time.
So Nashville has the football once again. 5:31. They scored twice in 29 seconds. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Bob brings his troops to the line. 3 receivers spread to the left, 1 to the far side. No running backs. It's just Ball. Takes the snap. Looks to throw deep down the right side. Man wide open. It passes right there. They get it to the receiver. That is Novak. Novik. Touchdown, Novik. That is
number 32.
62-yard touchdown pass. Novak takes the pass from Baugh.
Well, Carterville's defensive end, Rafe Tuttle, was the closest to him. I don't know if Rafe had dropped back into coverage. He's a defensive end. Well, if he did, it was good by the quarterback Ball to recognize the mismatch, and we're 1 extra point away from being down by 4 scores.
Kick is up, and
the kick is
it's good.
With 5:20 left in the
28-0. It's all Nashville here in Washington County. Lions football on NewsRadio WJPF.
You want us to tell you what it smells like here?
Here's a public service announcement. There are 2 cell phones up here at the Crow's Nest. Check your pockets on the Nashville side. They were found underneath the bleachers. 2 iPhones on the Nashville side. Check your pockets. Laws teeing it up for the Hornets.
28-0 on Friday Night Football for the Carterville Lions. They're down 4 touchdowns here, and there's still 5:20 remaining on the first half clock. Nashville's going to kick it away. Colin Laws does the kicking. The ball sets at their own 40-yard line. Pooch kicked last time. This time he kicks it a little bit deeper to the far side. And Carterville doesn't corral it, hits the pylon, and it's going to go to the 20-yard line, I believe. Boy, Carterville caught a break there again.
They came real close. Well, if it had gone out of bounds, it would have been a penalty anyway. So let's see what they're going to call here. Official's thrown a flag. They kicked it out of bounds. I thought
Shouldn't be a penalty.
Well, I thought if it hit the pylon,
it's a touchback.
It's in field of play. I think he's saying that the official's saying the ball that went out of bounds, which would be a penalty, which means Carterville will have the option of making Nashville kick again.
Kicked out of bounds.
So they're going to give Carterville the ball at the 35.
So goes to the 35.
So anytime the ball's kicked out of bounds, it goes to 35. It's a touchback. It goes to the 20.
1st and 10 from the 35 then. A lot of discussion in the press box what happens on that kick.
Maybe they flipped the coin.
I don't know. Carterville has it at their own 35. It's a break for the Lions.
Nashville had too many men on the field.
As
Nashville had too many men on the field, and they got the flag. Nashville had a guy trying to run off quickly before the snap, and so that's going to be 12 men on the field against Nashville. So Carterville will get will get the ball 5 yards. They'll get it at the 40, or should.
They're not going to move it.
How? Well, you got to make the call. I guess they are.
15-yard penalty.
Looks like an illegal
Could be illegal substitution. Had 12 guys in the huddle. One comes running off.
It's a big penalty.
Either way, they had 12 guys on the field.
Big penalty. And it's a first down. On the penalty.
So it is first down and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Come on, boys. We need some points. 5:14 remaining in the half. Petska gets Lazinski out in front to block, and he's driven out of bounds.
Petska, once Petska turns upfield, he's got to lower that shoulder. He almost stops before he gets hit. And I'm here to tell you, having played football, if you stop, you're going to get popped, and it's not going to feel good.
Well, if he follows Lazinski, who he got out there in the lead to set the block, you know that Colin Lazinski's going to blow open a hole. You got to get on his hip and follow him.
No, you can't. You just can't.
You got to go. You just got to go. Petska takes the snap, rolls right, wants to throw, throws it out. It's caught by Dylan Moore. That's going to be enough for a Carterville first down right below us here.
Yeah, Petska just rolled to his right. Dylan Moore went about 10, 11 yards down the field, stopped near the sideline. High percentage pass. Those are the ones you got to complete. You know, Carterville's had trouble this year throwing the ball from about 15 yards downfield. The high percentage passes, those are the ones that you've got to complete.
1st and 10 from the 39. Petska looks to throw again, deep down the right side, throws it out of bounds. Dylan Moore, the intended receiver.
Moore had a step on the defensive back, but the ball was thrown too far and out of bounds.
2nd and 10 from the 39. 4:13 remaining in the first half. Carterville down 4 touchdowns. Nashville scored at the 4:38 mark of the first quarter. 24-yard touchdown pass from Baugh to Miller. After the extra point, 7-0. Then it was Damian Baugh scoring back-to-back touchdowns, 35-yarder and a 31-yarder. After the onside kick, 21-0. And then the pass from Baugh to Novak put him up 28-0. Carterville trying to get something going here late. It's the give to Lazinski off the left side across the 40 down to the 30-yard line.
Lazinski with the carry.
Nice carry.
32,
that should move the chains. Actually, going to be a couple of yards short.
The best running play by the Lions tonight, without question.
For Carterville.
His knee must have hit before, because he lunged forward, but his knee hit the ground, so it's going to be 3rd and short.
Third and 1 from the 30. Lazinski with the carry. Drives his way across the 30. That's enough for a Carterville first down. We'll take that. Keep those chains moving.
Yeah, the clock's not your friend right now. They're gonna start it up, and gonna be under 3 minutes probably before the ball snapped again. So Carterville's got to get in the end zone before this first half ends.
Just get some points.
Got to get some momentum going into halftime.
Get something, boys. Go get you some, as the kids say. Here we go. Petska keeps it off the left side. There's a lane open right there down the sideline. He is in for a touchdown. Keaton Petska, that's what we needed. That's what the Lions needed. Keaton Petska needed that.
Well, he got to the outside. The thing is, he didn't run east and west very long. He saw the opening, he cut it upfield, and then just outraced a defender to the pylon. And Carterville, like you said, they needed that in the worst way.
3:13 on the clock. Carterville finally gets on the board as the 30-yard touchdown run from quarterback Keaton Petska. So it is Lazinski on to do the kicking for the Lions. Kick is up. And it's good.
And the kick is good with
28-7. Carterville finally on the board. 3:13 remaining here in the half. It's Lions football on News Radio WJPF.
Well, well, well.
Lazinski teeing it up for Carterville. Kazuzik and Miller are deep for the Hornets.
Back in Nashville, Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, 28-7 the score. Carterville just scored on a 30-yard touchdown run from the quarterback, Keaton Petska. Colin Lazinski has it teed up at the 40-yard line as he, with his right foot, puts the ball into play. It's going to be taken at about the 16-yard line. It's bobbled, finally picked up and brought down at the 25-yard line. Nashville's going to have it there with 3:07 left here in the first half. They'll have the ball at their own 25-yard line.
I don't know if Carterville has all 3 of their timeouts left. If they do, I would use them, especially if you can get a stop here on first down for no yards or maybe a loss. Use those timeouts. You know, you don't accumulate them. You can't take them with you in the halftime. So use them, and maybe you can come up with a turnover, maybe make Nashville punt, and who knows, maybe get a quick score.
No TV, no timeouts for replay here either. So, well, that breeze feels good, Scott Hudson.
Yes, it does.
Nashville, they give it to Metcalf. He bangs his way out to about the 27-yard line.
Well,
Gain of about 2.
This is where I would call a timeout. You're down 28-7. I mean, you know, you need to take advantage of this as much as you can. And now maybe they'll use one after this play, depending on what Nashville does.
Bryce Anderson in for Carterville's Smolak. brings in the extra defensive back. 2-3 receivers to the right for Nashville. Put a man in motion. Low snap. And it's Ball that's going to keep it. He's wrapped up and brought down at the 30-yard line. Gain of 2, so it's going to be 3rd and long for Nashville.
Tackle by Stewart. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 4 from the 31.
Yeah, clock's still running. I know Carterville's got at least 2 timeouts left.
Yeah. I think they got all 3.
They may have all 3. I just don't. I would be calling timeouts.
Damian Ball, the quarterback, takes the snap. Swings it out toward the right side. Oh,
almost picked off.
Wow. That kind of in between there for Carterville, that was Matt Jones. He had the coverage, and he was trying to take down the receiver, but
he was at the spot where, do I try for the interception or do I make the
take
tackle?
Care of my man. And he chose the man.
He chose the man.
Incomplete.
Carterville will get the ball back. Not a lot of time will be left, but they'll get it back.
4th and 4 from the 31. 4th and 4, 31-yard line. Nice snap. Kick is away.
Cow.
What a cow. What a kick, rather.
Oh, you got it.
Inside the 15-yard line. Carterville lets it go.
If you're going to call for a fair catch inside the 10, you got to call for a fair catch there because you got a lot of time. He basically outkicked his coverage. So you got plenty of time to catch it, maybe make a move, make a run, or at least fair catch it. So that didn't happen. Carterville had the ball, 1:46 to go in the second, down by 3 touchdowns. Let's see if Carterville just runs the clock out or if they try to go for the home run.
Herring up big 34-6 with 34 seconds left in the second, taking on Massac. It's homecoming. Man, I tell you what, there was a big crowd in downtown Herring for the parade today.
Was there?
Yeah. I drove right down the middle of it. I was waving and
Were
throwing.
you in it?
I was waving at people and throwing candy out the window, and nobody paid any
it back
attention.
to you.
Yeah, hit me in the forehead.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, got a bruise. It wasn't pretty. As Petska looks to throw, throws it out right side, overthrows the top of everybody. But I got to give credit to Nashville's Jacob Jones. He didn't know that ball was coming, but he just put his hands up, and the ball almost landed right in it.
And that's probably that would be perfect for the way this half has gone for Carterville. If he just throws his hands up and it lands right there.
They get the ball back. 2nd and 10 from the 13-yard line. 1:40. Carterville pinned deep in their own territory.
I'd like to see Lazinski, same play, roll out to the right a little bit, but have Lazinski go straight down the field and see if one of their linebackers can stay with him.
I don't think they could.
I don't think they could either.
Petska. He's going to keep it off the left side. He's wrapped up. Gain of about 4, maybe. Not even that, maybe just a gain of a couple. 3rd and long now.
Number 53 on the tackle, 3rd down.
3rd and 6 from the 13. Coming up, it's our halftime show presented by Family Drug. Scott and I will recap the scoring. Chat about some of the future games. This is game number 6.
Can you imagine that? Hard to believe.
Didn't we just start that 6 weeks ago?
Seems like it.
Basketball's not that far off. The basketball golf scramble is next weekend. Petska keeps it. Brought down from behind. On the tackle, that is Biaggi with the tackle. Under 45 seconds remaining here in the first half. 28-7. Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville takes a timeout.
They want the ball back.
Down. They want the ball back.
Can't blame them.
Nope. Not at all.
We'll keep it right here. Carterville 1-4 on the season. 28-14 the loss a week ago to Nashville. Nashville put a whooping on Sparta a week ago. I think it was 56-6, I believe, was the final. But there was a cost for the Nashville team as they lost one of their 2 quarterbacks, Malavi, to a fractured collarbone.
On the white ticket. Everybody with a white ticket.
Yeah, Carterville has had more than their share of injuries over the last 2-3 years.
You can pick up your winnings at
this, you know, knock on wood, if I can find, oh, there's some wood right here, knock on wood. If, you know, this really has been a clean season when you consider what Carterville usually has gone through when it comes to injuries.
Marion leading their game 14-0, just over 2 minutes left in the half. That wasn't Lazinski kicking.
No, it was not.
Nice job on the coverage, though, by Carterville.
With the
I think that was Cross with the, Matt Jones that brings down the return man. 32 seconds remaining. Nashville has it. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 possessions in this half.
49-yard line.
Again, you go back to several games this year for Carterville. This game is kind of a microcosm of some of those games in that Carterville had opportunities early in this game, early in the first quarter, to take control of the game, to get the lead, and force the other team to play from behind, but it didn't happen.
I bet you he throws it deep down the right side, actually throws it short, and it was incomplete.
And the pass is incomplete, brings up second down.
What you have to worry about if you're Carterville's defenders, you have to worry now about the stop and go. You know, they've completed that pass several times where the receiver goes about 5-6 yards down and just turns around. Now, if he goes down there, turns around 5 or 6 yards, you come up, he may turn around and run right by you down the sideline. So Carterville's got to be aware of that.
They spread 3 receivers to the left, but it's the give to Metcalf where he's spun down at the 47-yard line. The clock continues to roll under 20 seconds.
Yeah, I would think they're just going to run the clock out. They've got a 3-touchdown lead, and they get the ball to start the third quarter. No reason to risk a turnover at this point.
That's what they're going to do. We're heading to the half. It is the Family Drug halftime show coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
And that is the end of the first half with the score, the Nashville Hornets 28 and the Carterville Lions 7.
Okay. Halftime in Nashville. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, 28-7. It's been all Nashville. Scott here on our Family Drug halftime show, and Carterville got on the board finally, but Nashville, they got the Lions covered right now.
Yeah, Nashville, both teams start out slowly, especially offensively. There were a lot of penalties. Carterville had their opportunities early in the first quarter, but just couldn't get anything going offensively. Finally, Nashville, they had a couple of big plays. Of course, the onside kick after they're up 14-0. Then they score right after that to go up 21-0. And it just, Carterville just never really was in this first half after about the first 5 minutes of that first quarter. Go back into the locker room, you're down by 3. Your season hangs in the balance as far as, any thought or, whatever of making the playoffs. So Carterville's going to have to do something that they have not done this year that I can remember. In their one win, they had the lead throughout against Benton. They've got to find a way to come back and win a football game.
They're down 3 touchdowns. and they're going to have to find a way to do something here. Let's run down the scoring. It was the second possession for Nashville.
Ladies and gentlemen,
with 4:38 remaining in the first quarter, it was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Damian Baugh to Miller. After the extra point, it was 7-0 Nashville. That's how the first quarter ended, was that 7-point lead. Then Nashville had the ball, and at the 9:22 mark, it was a 35-yard touchdown run from Damian Baugh. At the 8-minute mark, the extra point good, 14-0 Nashville. Then they came back and did an onside kick successfully. They had the ball at the 31-yard line, and it was a 31-yard touchdown run from the quarterback, Damian Baugh. The extra point was good, 28-0. Then Carterville gets the football, turn it over on possessions and are forced to punt, and Nashville has it 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, their own 38-yard line. Then a 62-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Damian Baugh to Novick, 28-0. And then they come back. Or excuse me, it was Baugh to Novick, 28-0. Then finally Carterville gets on the board, a 30-yard touchdown run from Keaton Petska. The extra point good, 28-7 is where we stand. Carterville needs some help.
Yeah, they need some help. They need something to go their way early in this third quarter, whether it be a turnover, a pick six, something to get this team going. You know, you look at Nashville's scoring plays. I think the shortest scoring play was 24 yards. Carterville's defense has been susceptible to giving up the big play all year. And Nashville's first touchdown of the night, 3rd and, 20 or more.
Yeah.
And it just hit a wide-open receiver.
Actually, it was 4th and 24.
4th and 24. He hit a wide-open receiver in the end zone. Carterville's just given up way too many big plays this season.
Carbondale leading Mount Vernon at the half, 17-0. Let's run down some of the other scores that we have, as it seems like everybody is at the half. Heron at the half leads Massac 34-6. Harrisburg over Benton 21-12 at the half. Marion winning their game 14-0. 2 minutes left in that one. Let's see. West Frankfort, the last score I had. Good ball game there. They're taking on Murphy tonight, 28-20. Early, it was 28-12. Redbirds with 5:19. Murphy scores with 1:52 left. They're clawing back into this one, 28-20. And then tomorrow, Scott Hudson, Sports Voice, 8 o'clock, you and Murph. And then tomorrow afternoon, we go tailgate it up. Saluki Row, it's family weekend at SIU.
Family weekend. It's going to be a great day weather-wise. And, boy, I just hope that stench, that bad taste that was left in their mouth from two weeks ago.
Oh, it's not the fish.
No, it's not the fish. It's not the fish. It was the Red Hawks that left the bad taste.
It was bird, yeah.
It was bird. It was burnt bird. But SIU conference season starts tomorrow. Yeah. There are no easy games in the Missouri Valley. And South Dakota, a very good team. This isn't South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, but South Dakota, one of the newer members of the conference. Very good football team. Going to be another big test for SIU.
Been playing South Dakota for 4 years. Home team has won every single time. Mm-hmm. That bodes well for SIU going into tomorrow's game. But they're going to have to put a good game together.
Well, they are. And they lost a couple of players to injury for the season. From the last game, their tight end is out for the year. They've got another player. Name escapes me. They've lost two players for the season. So, next man up. That's what they always say. And I'll be interested to see how SIU starts the game, because you can kind of tell if they've forgotten about what happened 2 weeks ago or if that's still an issue. So, big game tomorrow, First Valley Conference game. You got to win the home games.
It's our Family Drug halftime show here in Nashville. He's Scott Hudson. I'm Dave McKenzie. 28-7. Nashville firmly in control here at the half. We're going to continue. We'll come back in moments on News Radio WJPF. Has Althoff won a game at all this year?
They beat.
So they've won 1.
They beat Mount Vernon.
Sleet or snow, call Joe. If you're watching online, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. As always. Call Joe. Family Drug Halftime Show continues on News Radio WJPF. I'm Dave McKenzie. Scott Henson alongside 28-7. Nashville in control of this ball game here at the half. And Carterville will be kicking off to Nashville. So now I kind of see a little bit now why you would defer. I can understand it in this moment. Now you're going to get the football.
Right.
And can go up 35 to 7.
If you're the favorite, which Nashville was the favorite in this game, and you win the coin toss, I can see where you would want to defer. Let your defense get a quick stop. You're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. But I've seen many teams who, whether let's say 2 teams are 4-1 or 3-2, I still want the ball first in those situations. If I'm playing a team that's just as good as I am or better, I want the ball first. I want to try to put them behind the 8 ball, so to speak. And, you kind of agreed with me. I guess, maybe we're the only 2 in Southern Illinois that believe that. But I'm just I understand
Sounded
it sometimes.
good at the time.
Yeah, I understand it some of the times, but not most of the time.
Yeah. The Nashville band outperforming their halftime routine. I know there's competitions taking place around Southern Illinois for the bands. There's going to be one coming up in Carterville. Let's talk about basketball, Scott Hudson.
Okay.
Carterville Lions basketball. Next Saturday, let's go get the sticks, and let's meet at Crab Orchard at about noon, have lunch, and we'll wind up with some guys that can hit the ball better than we can. And raise money.
Wouldn't take much for me.
And raise money for Carterville Lions basketball.
Well, it's a good fundraiser. Schools have to have these fundraisers to help their programs with the cost to run the programs, whether it be uniforms, basketballs, footballs, whatever the sport may be. But it'd be a good time to go out there and it'd be a good time to go out and do a little trash talking amongst yourselves. Have a little fun. Hopefully the weather will be good next weekend, and basketball is not that far away because, Carterville will start the season at the Pyramid Plus tournament in Heron this year, the week of Thanksgiving, but this time next week we're going to be in October already, so it's not that far off.
So Thanksgiving at your house, and then we go do basketball.
There you go. That's no problem with me. You come on over, I'll have plenty of turkey for you.
It's a date. Sounds good. You want to talk about a football game? I knew the game of the week. In Southern Illinois, West Frankfort, Murfreesboro at the half, 28-28.
Wow.
What a fight.
Well, and Murfreesboro has to feel like they let one get away last week against Heron. Murfreesboro had over 400 yards of offense against Heron, yet Heron scored with about 1:14 to go to win that game at Murfreesboro. Of course, we saw Murfreesboro in week 3, and they only put 21 up on Carterville's defense, but a very talented team. I thought that would be a good game. I still thought West Frankfort would win, but yeah, if we could transport ourselves, that's probably where we'd be right now.
Hey, and I want to break this to you right now.
Okay, I already know what you're going to say, so I'm prepared.
I'm not going to be here next week.
I know. I've been preparing for it.
Scott is he's gonna go solo next Saturday night and be on the road at Sparta. But you want to talk about a football game next week? How about West Frankfort and Heron?
Yeah, especially if West Frankfort wins tonight.
Yeah.
If West Frankfort wins, they'll stay undefeated. Both teams will be undefeated in conference, obviously. So that will be a game. And still a lot of football to be played, up at Frankfort tonight with Murfreesboro. Also, I guess we need to remind everybody, next week at Sparta, there'll be no live stream.
Yeah,
so
there
just
won't
have
be a live
to
stream.
no live stream. Sorry, I'm not so inclined to put that together. So we'll have the broadcast.
Well, they've not seen a touchdown yet, so it is what it is.
That, so. And we do know one other thing, too. I will be in the elements, regardless of what the weather's like. I will be outside.
That's a funny story. 2 years ago, we go to Sparta, and they got a brand-new press box.
Brand new.
Awesome. Brand new.
Beautiful.
First year. Scott and I roll up there. We thinking, boy, this is nice. I walk into the press box. Said, is this where visitor radio sets up? They said, nope. I said, where are we set up? They said, right outside the door. We set out on a landing. The temperature dropped about 25 degrees. It was cold. We were snotting and sneezing all night. Speaker over our head. It was awesome. And I'm gonna leave you to that.
And I have to say that the Sparta play-by-play guy, who I don't know his name, but he does both football and basketball, obviously. Very, very nice guy. Super nice guy. But just believe me that for 1 second I thought, you know what?
I did that.
When you come to Carterville, you're outside. I wouldn't do that to him. He's a nice guy, but I just, and not to rain down on Sparta, but you built a brand new press box. Couldn't you build another 6 feet?
Yeah, not even 6. Give us 3.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you cannot. Whatever.
That's okay. We'll deal. You'll deal.
I'll
with
deal with it.
You're dealing with it next week.
You'll hear about it.
28-7 is the score here at Nashville, where we're just a couple of minutes away from the players coming out for stretching and second half action. You're listening. It's the Family Drug Halftime Show with Dave and Scott, where we complain about
everything.
Everything here on News Radio WJPF. (28-7) the score here in Nashville as both teams are back out on the field going through their stretching before we get underway here in the second half. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carterville's Carbondale Banking Center. Let's try it again. The Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. That's an online mortgage center. That's where you can check rates or you can apply for a mortgage anytime. For more information, you can visit the website. Go to tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and all loans are subject to credit approval. NMLS registration number 742-871. Nashville Hornets lined up in a big circle down on their end of the field. Carterville spread out and going through some stretching toward the right side. What does Carterville have to do, Scott Hudson, to get back in this game?
Well, I think the first thing they have to do, defense has to come up with a turnover. Offensively, they've really struggled tonight. Other than the Pesca touchdown late in the second quarter, Carterville's offense has basically been non-existent. So the defense is going to have to come up with a turnover, maybe a pick six, something to get a fire lit under them because, this is you got one half of football left in your playoff season, so to speak. Offensively, I think Carterville's going to have to open it up some. I mean, they did that as the game went along in the first half, and they did it out of necessity, not because they wanted to, obviously. And who knows, we may see the sophomore down and in at quarterback this half if Carterville's going to go strictly to the air.
Marion leads Belleville-Altoff at the half 17-0. That Belleville team, Carterville lost to the playoffs a year ago, actually the last 2 years, and they've won one game this year.
One game, obviously not the Belleville-Altoff teams we're used to seeing. Their only win, I think, was against Mount Vernon. They've lost to Breeze Mater Dei big. I will say this: Althoff's first two opponents were very good schools. One Vianney out of Missouri, the other was I think it was a 3A school that's very good.
Can't remember who it is.
I can't. But anyway, they've played a tough schedule. But having said that, this is not an Althoff team like we've seen.
Yep. 1 win on the season. Carterville has 1 win on the season. They're 1-4, and they're down 3 touchdowns here as we are getting ready for second half action. And Carterville is going to kick off to Nashville. Nashville will have another opportunity. At 1 point in that first half, Scott Hudson, Nashville scored 2 touchdowns in 29 seconds. They scored a touchdown, caught Carterville by surprise on an onside kick, and then 2 plays later scored again. I got to give it to Coach Steve Kazuzik. He's got a good ball team over there.
Yeah, he does. They're big, and it starts on their offensive and defensive lines. They're big. Their linebackers are very aggressive. You know, their quarterback has thrown the ball well tonight. And again, you look at Carterville's season and the losses they've had. Big play after big play after big play. Carterville's defense has done good containing running teams at times. They've even done very well at containing passing teams at times. But every game, it seems like they give up 1, 2, maybe 3 big plays. And offensively, Carterville's just not good enough to come back from those deficits.
So the Lions are going to be kicking off. You see Colin Lazinski teeing it up at their own 40. Carterville in the road white uniforms with the blue and orange numbers. Nashville with the blue jerseys and the white numbers. They even have their names on the back. I just now noticed that.
There's a lot of long names on the back of some of those.
There is. That's why they play football. The shoulder pads are wide.
Yeah, no, I'm glad I didn't have to stitch those on.
So the players are waiting on the go-ahead from the officials. Kick it away, Colin Lazinski. Thank you for listening here on News Radio WJPF. Nice kick from Colin. Right down the middle. It's taken at about the 5-yard line. As gets to the outside, out to across the 25-yard line.
By number 20, Nick Miller.
Nick Miller was the return man, and he's a little slow getting up, but it's going to be Nashville football. 11:50 here on this third quarter clock. Nashville 1st and 10 from their own 28.
Tackle by number 87.
Huntsberger brought the return man down, kind of slung him down like a rag doll, but Miller's up, ready to go.
Nashville moving from right to left. Thank you for watching here on News Radio WJPF. Just underway here in the third quarter. 28-7. Here come the Hornets. The quarterback, Damian Baugh, scored 2, thrown for 2. He looks to throw again. Throws it deep down the right side. Man wide open, but overthrows him. As it was...
brings up 2nd down and 10 at the 28.
For Carterville on the coverage, Matt Jones, and the receiver had him beat by about 2 steps, but the ball was about 2 steps beyond him.
Well, in high school especially, you cannot give a quarterback that much time to throw the football. I've always said the toughest thing to do in high school football is cover the pass, defend against the pass. You just don't really have the athletes like you do at college or at the pro level, obviously, that can play great coverage. And you've got to get pressure on the quarterback.
Metcalf is the running back next to Baugh. Takes the snap. Ball's going to keep it. Shakes one man, gets out near the 35-yard line. It's going to be about 3 yards short of a first down, 3rd and 3 for Nashville.
Cross and Anderson in on the stop for Carterville, so they'll bring up 3rd and
4.
3rd and short. And Nashville has the type of team that this isn't an obvious passing situation. So
2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Damian Baugh, the quarterback. Where's number 26? He's a senior, the 6', 150-pound senior. He's going to throw, wants to throw, throws it right side, wide open, one-handed catch out on the far side by Tabor Kazuzik.
Number 14, Tabor
Not for a first down.
First down for the Hornets.
Nice catch. Nice throw and nice catch.
That went down to the wide receiver, goes to the 40, cuts to the outside, a timing pattern. Again, Nashville, you have to respect their speed on the outside because they've burnt Carterville twice. So the Carterville defenders giving that extra 5 to 7 yard cushion allows Nashville to complete those short passes.
They bring those 3 receivers to the near side, just below us here. As ball, he's going to keep it right up the middle. He's met there by 3 Carterville Lions. Colin Lazinski was the first one to put his hands on him.
So that's a gain of about 1.
35, Colin Lazinski, second
the other thing Carterville has to do defensively, got to get quick 3 and outs because, you know, the more first downs they get, the more that clock becomes a factor.
Yep. As ball looks to throw again, right side. His receiver slipped, but was able to catch the ball as he was falling to the turf. It's enough for a first down, as it was Dalton Novak with the reception.
Yeah, you know, we've talked all year about how good Carterville's defensive backfield has been. The defensive backs have played very well. They haven't played that well tonight, but a lot of it is there's been no pressure on the quarterback.
He's got plenty of time. He's got pressure this time, and he throws it to his running back, Metcalf, who bobbled it, falls incomplete. But there was 1, 2, 3. Rafe Tuttle in there, Colin Lazinski in there. Also for Carterville, Luke Smolak had pressure.
The ball went right through Carterville's defensive lineman, Matthew Segner. I mean, it went right through his hands. And I don't know that he would have scored, but he would have been one proud lineman. I can tell you that.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling kind of run? Is that what you're saying?
He'd have made Mama and Daddy very proud.
Well, 3 receivers left. Ball takes the snap. He's looking down the left side, throws it down the middle. Nice job defensively.
Yep.
As the intended receiver was Kazuzik, Tabor Kazuzik. And at the same time, it was Bryce Anderson that hit him, jarring the ball loose. Ball's incomplete. 3rd down and 10 now for the Hornets.
A good play by Anderson. You can't go through a receiver to get to the ball, but the defensive back has as much right to that ball as the receiver does, and he made a very good play on it.
Bryce Anderson, just a sophomore. He's going to be fun to watch over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
He's hard-nosed. It's the give to the running back. That's Metcalf. Bryce Anderson actually pokes his head in there and brings him down at the 30-yard line. It's enough for a Nashville first down as they have it into Carterville territory.
And that's what I would consider a big play. You have them 3rd and 10, and you run up the middle, and they get 10 yards.
Chunk yardage.
You cannot give up those big plays.
Chunk yardage, as they say. 9.5 minutes left here in the 3rd. Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, with you on a Friday night. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare, dedicated to the communities we serve. Ball rolls to his right, throws it to his right, incomplete. And he got popped just as he released the ball for Carterville. It was Trevor Stewart that got in there and put the lick on the quarterback.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to make the quarterback throw before he wants to. You got to make the quarterback have to, you know, he can't give him time to look downfield. If his first receiver's covered, don't give him time to find a second receiver.
To go through his checkdowns. This is the 10th play of the drive to start the second half for Nashville. 2nd and 10 from Carterville 30. Ball takes the low snap, gives it to Metcalf, the running back, and he's wrapped up right there at the 30-yard line. 3rd down and 10 now for Carterville. Get a stop here, get the ball back, and let's score some points.
Yeah, it's Trevor Stewart and Lazinski on the tackle. I like what I see in Trevor Stewart. 5'11", 220, only a sophomore.
Yep,
only a sophomore.
So 2 receivers spread off to the left, 2 off to the right. In the backfield, running back Metcalf on the hip of Ball. And he gets Carterville to jump offside. Is that what they're going to say?
Offside's Carterville.
5 yards.
3rd and 10. Now you make it 3rd and 5.
After the penalty, 3rd and 5 now from the 25. How about those St. Louis Cardinals, Scott Hudson?
Who? Yeah.
I listened to it driving
Yeah,
up.
you get swept by the Brewers at home. The Brewers are a very good team, but you get swept there, you're not going to go in Chicago and sweep the Cubs. So I knew that it was slim and none.
Dreadful 8th inning for the Cardinals today. Pressure is on Bond. Gets away from it, throws it deep down the middle, has a man wide open, overthrows him though. Throws the ball into the student section on the hop to our left. And that is going to bring up 4th down for Nashville.
Yeah, threw the ball about 35 yards on the run to his right.
With 2 defenders chasing him down. 4th and 5 from the 25. What will head coach Steve Kazuzik do here? He's going to go for it.
Why not?
From the 25, probably a smart decision. Kazuzik, the coach. Ball looks to throw right side. Has a man open, and they're going to say it was enough for a first down. Nice catch out there by Tabor Kazuzik.
Well, what made that play successful, Carterville blitzed the linebacker, and the running back to the right of the quarterback picked the blitzer up. And that gave the quarterback just enough time to get it to the outside.
14-play drive to start this third quarter. Just under 4 minutes taken off. It's the give to Metcalf. Metcalf carries it right off right tackle.
Metcalf with
4 or 5 Carterville Lions jump on his back, finally bring him down. Gain of about 4.5. Second down and 6 now for the Hornets.
Second down and 6.
From the 14-yard line. This is one of those back-breaking drives being put together by Nashville. Running time off the clock. 15th play of the series. 2nd and 6 from the 14. Ball keeps it, spins his way down to the 5-yard line. Excuse me, the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're at the point now in the game where Cardinals got to try and strip the football on every play. You got to get somebody in there to try to strip the ball out, come up with a turnover.
3rd and 3 from the 11. 28-7. Hornets with the lead and the ball just outside the 10-yard line from the 11. Red zone territory for Nashville. AJ leads 28-0. That's in the 3rd. Ball takes the snap. He's going to keep it. And he's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. So 4th down now for Nashville.
And Trevor Stewart was in on the tackle again. He didn't make the tackle on the quarterback, but he wrapped up the running back. And if he would have gotten the ball, he'd have had a loss of about 3 or 4 yards.
4th and 3 from the 11. Man, this is a beautiful night for football.
It is.
This breeze blowing in this window feels so good. 6:05 remaining on the clock. Metcalf has it.
First down, that's a little wildcat.
Yep.
Just snap
direct
the ball.
snap to Metcalf.
Yep, he just takes off over between the guard and tackle.
1st and 10 from the 6.
They have already run 6 minutes off this clock in the 3rd quarter.
1st and goal
from the 6.
6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6. I've run out of spots on my drive chart. What am I going to do?
Well,
I'll go above there, I guess. Right in the margins. Under 6 to play here in the 3rd. Almost a 7-minute drive to start this second half. 28-7. Nashville football. 1st and goal from the 6. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Ball takes the snap, throws to the right. Has a man there, touchdown. 6-yard touchdown pass.
Touchdown, Nashville.
That is Dalton
Novak.
The 6-yard touchdown pass.
Matthew Jones on the coverage, but he had his back turned to the quarterback, and the receiver just turned around. Little back shoulder throw just inside the end zone. And that was an impressive drive.
Very much so. 5:27 remaining. They took the kickoff here at the half.
Looks like there's laundry out on the field.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. I don't want to guess at what it is, but it looks like something off a jersey or pants or
knee pads. Well, it wouldn't be knee pads.
Check your jocks, fellas.
Yeah. We'll see. I knew there was a good fake out there, but geez.
Yeah.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 35-7.
And the kick is
Nashville has the lead here with 5:27 left in the third quarter. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. (35-7). Nashville with the lead. 5:27 remaining on this third quarter clock. Nashville set to kick off. Colin Laws after the 6-yard touchdown pass. Ball to Novak. As Laws kicks it away. That is for Carterville on the carry. Carson Pearson.
Return.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville. For over 30 years, a certified York dealer and service all brands. Call 985-2502 or visit charliesairconditioningandheating.com. 5:19 on the clock. There's an injured Carterville Lion.
That's Nashville.
Oh, Nashville on the far side.
I think it was the player that made the tackle. It's like he grabbed his knee or his ankle, tried to walk off under his own power, but couldn't make it.
We're going to go on and take a break while they tend to the injured Hornet on the far sideline. We'll be back on News Radio WJPF. Let's go 60.
And Meyer is back on his feet.
Who was that was injured? C.J. Meyer. Thank you. Back in Nashville, C.J. Meyer was the injured Hornet laying on the field. He's to the sideline now. Hope all is well with him. 1st and 10 from the 17. Third quarter action. 5:19 on the clock. 35-7. All Hornets over the Lions so far. Carterville basketball. I'm already in that mode. It's Petska off the right side across the 20, and he falls down, fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Kazuzik, and it is going to be a touchdown for the Nashville Hornets. As Petska fumbles the football at the 20-yard line, Kazuzik picks it up and carries it in for the touchdown.
Petska, I don't think ever got hit. He just lost his balance, fell forward, and just let go of the football. Bounce near the near sideline.
Colin Law is on to it.
And Nashville picks it up and runs it in for a touchdown.
How do you spell Kazuzik? I'm going to have to actually look at this. O-S-U-Z-E-K. 20-yard fumble return for a touchdown, 41-0. Laws on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 42-7.
And the kick is good with 5:07.
5:07 remaining here in the third quarter. 42-7. You're listening to Lions football on News Radio WJPF. (42-7). Nashville all over Carterville here tonight. Keaton Petska trying to get off the right side. Had some running room. Lost his footing, fumbles the ball, and Kazuzik picks it up and returns it 20 yards for a touchdown. Kickoff to our left to Carterville. Carson Pearson,
and that was Pearson on
with the return. This Lions broadcast brought to you by City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire City of Carterville, proud sponsors and supporters of Carterville Lions sports. October 31st, Scott Hudson, it's the Pumpkin Path in Carterville. All right. We're talking about Halloween.
It's not that far off. A lot of people already have their Halloween decorations up. And as I said, this is the last weekend in September, so we'll be getting into that October where the leaves are falling and temperatures will be falling. And
now, you invited me over to your house for Thanksgiving.
Yes, I did.
Does that mean I have to rake leaves when I'm there? Or will that already be done?
Well, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later.
There we go.
For a second,
Don't go as far to have to rake my leaves.
For a second piece of pumpkin pie, you got to rake the leaves.
All right, I'll do that. 1st and 10. Eli Downen, the quarterback now for the Lions, replacing Keaton Petska. Downen pitches. That is Cross, I believe it is. No, Kralis, who makes his way out near the 30-yard line, a couple of yards short to 28. So a gain of 3, second down, and 7 from the 28.
And we've got a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. I'm guessing where it's thrown, it could be a hold.
I think so too, but the ref is going to come chat with the side judge. Says, yep, we're going to McDonald's for dinner.
Anchovies or pepperoni?
Yep.
Need to know right now.
Personal foul.
Crackback block on Carterville.
Crackback block on Carterville.
Personal foul. Crackback block called against Carterville.
Second personal foul on the Lions tonight. One early in the contest.
Any updates on the Murphy-Frankfurt game?
Let's take a look.
Just curious. Obviously the game of the night.
Murphy. 35-28 Murphy.
Wow, they
6:08 left in the third.
They were down, what, 28-21 at least?
West Frankfurt says what I get. West Frankfurt looks shell-shocked. So it's 1st and 25, a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 25 from the 14. Down in the quarterback, looks to throw. Throws it right side. It's bobbled and caught. Nice catch by Carterville's receiver.
To number 8.
Bailey Hicks on the reception. Well done. Well done, Eli Downen. Well done, Bailey Hicks.
Yeah, thrown right where it had to be. Hit him in the hands. Luckily, he was able to stay with it.
Eli, a transfer from Heron. He's a sophomore. Throws a pretty ball. So he comes in to replace Petska. Bailey Hicks comes to the sideline. Bryce Anderson checks in. Mason Huntsberger spread far to the left. Nick Kralis in the slot for the Lions. That was Petska in there. Boom, big hits. Right below us. Nick Kralis on the reception.
I don't know who got it worse, Jones, who delivered the hit, or Kralis, who caught the ball.
2nd down and 8 for the Lions from the 27-yard line. Nice play.
2nd down and 8 at the.
But Nashville's defense, they're going to play a little soft right now. They've got the big lead.
Sure.
Probably got some new players in there.
Petska's back at quarterback. Lazinski behind him.
Well, 5-yard penalty on Nashville for something. I do not know what.
Sideline violation.
Another sideline call against the Hornets.
1st down for the Lions. 1st and 10 from the 43. 28-7, AJ winning their game. Petska keeps it off the left side, gets 2, gets 3, runs out of bounds, just short of the midfield.
With the keeper.
2nd down and 6 from the 47.
2nd down and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Lions broadcast brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare, dedicated to communities we serve. 866-744-2468, or find them online, SIH.net. 4:20 on the 3rd quarter clock. 42-7, Nashville with the lead. Petska gives it to Justin Cross, where he bangs his way out across 50
with the carry.
to about the 49 of Nashville. 3rd down and 2 from the 47, or the 49, rather.
Down at the 49-yard line.
Of course, we know Nashville will be very good in basketball, always are.
Yep. It's not that far off. Scott and I are going to go play in the golf scramble next week. Well, like to go play in the golf scramble. Petska looks to throw. Has a man wide open. Bailey Hicks catches it just across the 45. That's going to be enough for the Carterville 1st down.
Nice throw. Nice catch.
To Bailey Hicks, number 8. Tackled by.
To the 44-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st down for Carterville.
Had Dylan Moore, the wideout, go straight down the field, so that opened up the little 5 to 10-yard crossing route. Carterville needed more of this earlier in the game.
Sure did. 3:20 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Steve McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Washington County is where we're at. It's the give to Lazinski. They never really bring him down. Finally, they do. Picks up about half a yard. 2nd down and
number
9.
76, Joe Wacker on the tackle.
From the 44. From the 43.
Preseason game just west of here. Blues lead the Stars 1-0 after 2 periods.
How about that?
Regular season opens this Thursday.
Wow, it's hard to believe. Petska looks to throw, throws it deep down the middle. Man wide open. That is Mason Huntsberger. Touchdown for the Carterville Lions. A 43-yard touchdown pass from Petska to Mason Huntsberger.
Mason Huntsberger.
Great throw by Petska. Great route by Huntsberger. And Carterville's on the board again.
2:35 mark. Petska to Huntsberger.
Lazinski on to attempt the extra point.
Extra point attempt by Orange Shoes, Colin Lazinski. 42-13. Boy, that was a pretty pass. Extra point is good.
And the kick is good.
So now it's 42-14. Carterville
and the Carterville Lions 14.
scores their touchdown. We'll be back here on News Radio WJPF. Petska. Hometown proud for XIGA.
Lazinski teeing it up for Carterville.
Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, a 43-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Keaton Petska to wide receiver Mason Huntsberger. 42-14, 2.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Just got a score update. Scott Hudson on the game of the week in Southern Illinois. West Frankfort and Murfreesboro tied at 35. Wow. Frankfort with a big play, showing a bit of life now, according to whoever we have our sources down there. Carterville tries an onside kick. The ball's bobbled around, but it's recovered by Nashville.
Yep. Ball's kicked too far for an onside kick. You've got to kick that a little softer, make it go about 10 yards. But, you know, you got to try something like that at this point.
2:31 on the clock. Nashville has the ball, 1st and 10 from the 40. Don't forget, we'll name our Joe's Lawn Care and snow removal star of the game coming up on our post-game show. 2 receivers left for Nashville, 2 receivers right for Nashville. Baugh. He's going to keep it, and he's wrapped up back right at the 38-yard line. Loss of 2, actually, for Nashville on that carry. 2nd and 12 now.
Yeah, Rafe Tuttle, Bailey Hicks on the stop. They were not going to get fooled by the
read option. Ball held on to it in Metcalf's belly as long as he could. Finally had to make a decision. Kept it and lost 2. Clock rolls under 2 minutes here in the third. 42-14. Damian Baugh, the quarterback, gives it to Metcalf off the right side. Tries to swing it out wide. Picks up 2, maybe 3 yards.
With the carry.
The whole line was over there in the vicinity.
3rd and long.
Tackle by number 28, Justin Cross, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7 from the 43.
Beautiful natural turf here in Nashville.
And this is the best I've seen this Nashville field last 4 or 5 years. We were out there on it earlier. It's really, they've done a nice job.
Yeah, when you tackled me, it didn't hurt at all. I fell in there.
Well, you tried running with the ball.
Yep.
And that's what happens.
I know.
And the
4th and 7 on the incomplete pass.
Fourth down.
Well, it was a broken play.
Like,
I wasn't supposed to have it. It was a broken play.
It's almost like there's some Zoysia out there now. Is that? They've done something. Looks nice, though. Usually this time of the season.
And you have to catch a break, too, with your schedule. If you've had some rain, if you're on the road for like 2 weeks, then it doesn't tear up the turf as well.
Really, really nice.
Bailey Hicks is
1:02 on the clock. It's 4th down. Nashville's forced to punt. 4th and 7 from the 43. 1 man back deep for the Lions. Punt is out of bounds, way out of bounds. We'll see where they wind up.
Good luck spotting that one.
It's going to be about the 35. Oh, come on up, further up. That's it. To about the 35. Go on.
You know what?
38.
That is a total guessing game. Yeah, has no clue where that ball went out of bounds. It's just a educated guess.
Yeah. All right, that looks about right. Yeah. 55 seconds remaining. Carterville has the football. This Lions broadcast brought to you by International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. Local 702, proud sponsor And support of Lions Sports, IBEW Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. 1st and 10 from the 38. Here come the Lions. Coach Dennis Drust finds his team down 42-14 as we're seconds away from fourth quarter action here in Washington County. It's Dave McKenzie, Scott Hudson, Keaton Petska's the quarterback. 2 running backs in the backfield with Petska. Petska looks to throw. Throws it down the right side. That's a pretty ball, and Dylan Moore was the intended receiver, but it was over his head. And we got a personal foul, roughing the passer against Nashville. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer is called.
Yeah, if Petska throws that ball a little bit more to the inside of the field,
Moore had
and a little bit more touch on it, I think Moore has a chance to make the reception. Nashville still has DuQuoin and West Frankfort at the end of the year to play.
– 15-yard mark-off against Nashville. Puts the ball into Nashville territory.
1st and 10 for Carterville at the 47-yard line.
From the Nashville 47. Petska operates from the shotgun. Receivers left and right. Rolls to his right, wants to throw, waits for the pressure.
No.
Boy, that is lucky that it was not picked off. I think his arm may have got hit just a little bit just as he released it.
2nd down.
Yeah, the only player that had a chance to catch that
was the guy here on the sideline.
Brendan Baum. He came from the middle of the field. The cornerback covering the wide receiver Carterville had his back turned to the play, so he didn't even know where the ball was at.
Marion's leading their game 23-0.
Marion's playing Althoff tonight.
Petska from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, feels pressure, throws it. There we go.
That's intentional grounding. Yeah. You got to. First of all, he's outside of the tackle, so he can do that. However, you have to throw the ball past the line of scrimmage for it to be not grounding the ball. I mean, he just turned and threw it straight to the sideline.
Lateral to the sideline.
Yeah.
2nd down and 10.
Yeah. Again, once you're outside the tackle, the offensive tackle, you can throw the ball away, but it has to be past. The pass has to go past the line of scrimmage.
And he threw it about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
they're picking it up.
Really?
Yep, they picked it up.
Well, I tell you why they're picking it up, because they're saying it may have been a lateral.
Yeah.
If it's a lateral, you get the ball. You know, obviously it's
just incomplete.
Yeah. Well, it's a lateral is just like you pitch the ball, and it has to be a lateral. That's what it has to be called if they pick the flag up.
So it would be a fumble.
It'd be like a fumble. It'd be like a fumble. Ball going
35 seconds on the clock. Boy, I'm glad we straightened that up. Third
Only
down.
Took us 10 minutes, but hey, we got it in.
3rd and 30 for Carterville. As Petska gives it. No, he's going to keep it. Now the late pitch to Kralis. There's some room out there on the far side across midfield, and he's popped on the far sideline.
And we've got a flag over on the far sideline.
Flag on the play.
Holding Carterville.
Is indicated against Carterville.
Carbondale leads Mount Vernon 38-0. AJ 35-7 over Pinckneyville. So, 3rd down, 26 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd. This has been the longest 35 seconds.
Well, obviously the officials have nowhere to go after the game.
Well, they're going to order pizza.
Yeah.
You documented that earlier. 26 seconds, 42-14.
3rd and 21.
Nashville.
The 41-yard line.
With the football, or Carterville with the football.
Does not surprise me. I was shocked to see him.
26 seconds now. What is this? 3rd and 21. Petska from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Gives it to Lazinski. No place to go.
Lazinski with the carry. Wacker with the tackle.
16, 15,
Fourth
14
down.
seconds. That may end the third quarter. Carterville is going to let the clock roll on, and we are going to take a break. When we come back, it's fourth quarter action, and Nashville lead the Lions 42-14 here on
And
News
that
Radio
is the end of the third
WJPF.
quarter with the score of the Nashville Hornets 42 and the Carterville Lions 14. And Dave Hertling is the winner of the envelope, yard sale envelope. You can pick up your winnings at the Crow's Nest, Dave.
42-14 as we head to the fourth quarter in Nashville. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. Thank you so much for tuning in here on News Radio
Fourth down and
WJPF.
21.
Next Friday night, Scott Hudson solo heading to Sparta. As the Lions take on the Sparta Bulldogs. 6:45 will be the pregame. There will be no live stream next week. Kralis on the option. Throws it out right side, just floats it up, and intended receiver was doing more. That ball, it's windy here, and I think he was throwing into the wind. That ball really held up, and that's going to turn the ball over to Nashville. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the 41.
Yeah, I don't think that play surprised Nashville. You've got 4th and forever. They're going to expect to pass. I think they were waiting for that halfback option pass. Ball was just thrown too high in the air. Too many defenders over there. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. A good thing for Nashville wasn't intercepted because if they pick it off, they get the ball in their own territory. Now they get the ball at the Carterville 41.
11:51 as we're just underway here. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of Carterville. 42-14. Quarterback Baugh. Damian Baugh. Puts Dalton Novick over on the far side. Now he jet back to Nick Miller. He's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Good play by Lazinski, pursuing the play towards the far sideline, caught up with the running back before he could turn the corner.
2nd and 10 from the 41. Scott and I will name our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game on our post-game show. Tonight, the post-game show being presented by SIH. 2nd down and 10, 41-yard line. Damian Baugh, the quarterback, operates from the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Takes his time. They're going to run this clock down. Waits on the back judge to give the signal. Looking to our right. 1, 2. That gives the 5-second count. And Metcalf off the left side finds his way out to about the 36-yard line.
And I know the fourth quarter just started, but I'm a little surprised to see Nashville keep their starters in there. This game is all but over. And the last thing you'd want is to have an injury to a player in a game that's already been decided.
36-yard line.
Heron wins their game. 49 to something.
49-13, I believe, or 6 maybe.
Yeah, 49-6 was the last I saw. 3rd and 5 from the 36 for Nashville. Damian Baugh looks toward the back judge. He'll give the count at 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. They call a timeout. Nashville. We'll take a break as well.
Timeout
On
Nashville.
9:54 on the clock, 42-14 here on News Radio WJPF.
Third down and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Nashville with the football, 3rd and 5 from the 36 after taking the timeout. Damian Baugh, quarterback, puts a man in motion, sets him at the end, puts him in the slot. Now it's the give to Campbell. Metcalf, rather. He's brought down at the 35.
With the carry.
Tuttle and Lazinski in on the tackle for Carterville. 4th and about 3.
Tuttle on the tackle brings up 4th down for the Hornets.
From the 34. Colin Lazinski. And he's everywhere defensively, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's a fine linebacker.
Yeah, he's just a fine football player. Plays running back, linebacker, punts, kicks off, extra points. Doesn't come off the field.
Probably one of the most talented on this Lions team.
I think without question.
Like you said, he doesn't come off, does everything. And I think that's been part of the issue for Carterville late in the games is he plays, the running game isn't there come fourth quarter. We have another timeout that's taken by Nashville. We'll take a break as well. 30 seconds here. 42-14. Nashville over the Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Okay, I have a question. You're up 42-14. Why do you take 2 timeouts? Just snap the ball. Seriously.
Don't know.
Good Lord. And you got your starters still in there. That's real smart.
Scott Hudson, why do you call a timeout?
Well,
when you're up 42-14
I have
and
no
you
idea.
got your starters in?
I have no idea. You call 2 timeouts. I do not have an explanation for you. Probably the bigger question is why do you have your starters still in there?
Well, you mentioned injuries.
Yeah,
Nashville lost one of their quarterbacks last week as Bob throws it incomplete over the left side. It was Cole Malavi. Nashville would run quarterback Malavi on one series, then they come back with Bob the second series, and they alternated back and forth. Well, Malavi broke his collarbone last week in Sparta.
34-yard line.
Carterville's going to have the football. 1st and 10 on the 4th down play after the possession. So it's Carterville's football. 8:53 on the clock. Heron. Murphy leads West Frankfort 42-41. 10:50 left in the 4th. Heron wins 49-13.
Well, it sounds like to me Frankfort missed an extra point.
Yeah. 42-14 here. Yeah, 42-41. Murphy leads West Frankfort. 42-14 here at Nashville. What a ball game down there.
Yeah, well, you knew it would be.
Gonna have to find a tape of that. Eli down in the quarterback, fumbles it. Nashville falls on it. Went to hand it off to the running back. I didn't see who it was. Ball hits the turf. Nashville jumps on it.
Jackson Goforth on the recovery.
Jackson Goforth recovers it for Nashville.
Patrick Combs. Sorry about that.
8:50 on the clock now. 1st and 10 Nashville.
Now down it comes in tonight. First play.
The 33-yard
just
line.
didn't look the ball into the
running back,
or the running back may have not been close enough. I mean, there could be blame on both sides.
Yep. We'll see if Nashville's made any changes. Nope. Still going to be Damian Baugh, the senior quarterback.
I don't know where I went.
Baugh gives it.
And that is 99, Gavin Baldwin with the
Gavin
carry.
Baldwin on the carry for the Nashville Hornets.
44
Not normally a number you would see on a running back.
6'3", 200-pound sophomore. Gavin Baldwin. They got some big boys. 6'2", 305, 6'2", 260, 6'2", 200, 6'2", 245. Cobbett, Cones, Novick, Petke, all linemen. 6'3", 270. Isaac Seeks, he's a senior. We haven't called his name tonight. Wait for the back judge. There's the count. 5, 4, 3. It's the short pitch to Kasuzik trying to get it across the left side, and he's wrapped up at the 35-yard line. Carterville Lions slow to get up.
And Trevor Stewart
Number 50,
chased the
Trevor
player
Stewart
down
on
the
that
line of
tackle.
scrimmage and made the tackle. We've mentioned his name several times now. I've been impressed with the way the sophomores played tonight.
I think he got a little, maybe got the air knocked out of him as he comes to the sideline.
Brings up 3rd down for the Hornets.
3rd and 12 from the 35-yard line for Nashville. Nashville pushed their record to 5-1 on the season. Again, it's Baldwin on the carry. He's brought down loss of about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Tackle by number 53, Matthew Segner. Brings
So
up
4th down.
4th down for the Hornets.
And 12 from the 40.
line.
Looks like they may be bringing in their punting team. They are.
So Carterville will send Bryce Anderson deep to take the kick.
Number 21 back to punt
Backs his
for
way inside the
Nashville.
10. On to do the kicking. Tanner Bergman. 6'6", 205. How do you guys grow them so big up here in Nashville? That's huge. 6'6", 205. We couldn't stack 3 of our guys and make them 6'6". Thank you. I'll be here all night. Here's the snap. Kick is up. Get the wind at his back, but it's going to, oh my gosh, does it make a turn? They're going to pin Carterville at the 1-inch line. The way it looks from here. How about that?
Well, it's kind of the way the night's gone.
6:03. Carterville has it, 1st and 10. Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson, 42-14. It's all Nashville here tonight. Nashville, let's see. Let me ask.
1st and 10
where you
for
guys go next week?
Carterville on the 2-yard line.
Nashville is at Pinckneyville next Friday night. Heron won tonight, 49-13. Let's see. I'm looking to see AJ 35-7. AJ knocks off Pinckneyville tonight. So Carterville has the football, Scott Hudson, from the 1. Or actually, they mark it at the 2. 1st and 10 from the 2. Downen is the quarterback. Eli Downen, the sophomore. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it. It's wrapped up. They're trying to push him back.
And
He
that
falls
was
down
a
at the 2.
keeper.
Hear the wind blowing through our microphones here.
Whacker on the
Clock is
tackle.
rolling. That's the most important thing right now. Under 6 to go.
Carterville just came into this game knowing what they had to do. Had opportunities in the first quarter. But Nashville's big plays eventually doomed the Lions tonight.
This Nashville team averages 38 points a game. They've scored 42 tonight. And unfortunately, Carterville Lion fans on the carry. Is that Downing with the carry?
At number 5, Nick Brown on.
Nick Brown on the carry. Unfortunately, for Carterville Lions,
Tackle by
they won't make the playoffs this year.
Nope, 1-5. You know, doesn't seem like that long. Carterville was winners in week 1 and haven't won since. And they've got two hungry teams left in conference, Pinckneyville and Sparta. They probably are licking their chops right now.
I would say. Clock just keeps rolling. We'll talk to Coach Dennis Drust. Coming up on our SIH, Southern Illinois Healthcare postgame show, we'll also name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. That's all coming up. Be thinking about that, Scott Hudson.
Okay.
Second and 11 from the 13. Downing. He's going to keep it off the left side. Brought down at about the 13-yard line.
by Elijah Downing.
Next week, Carterville on the road at Sparta. Pre-game show 6:45 on NewsRadio WJPF. No live stream next Saturday. I'm going to be out of town. Scott, you want Fester to help you out with the broadcast?
I'll probably talk to him.
He's here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be there next week. I'll grab him around the head and pull him up there with me.
My thanks to Carl Lang for helping out last week. Scott, how was it calling that Marion game?
That was really good. Marion, very good team this year. Of course, they play in the tough South 7. Mount Vernon just, they're a little bit better than they have been in the past. But Marion's not that big as far as size on their line, but they've got some speed. They've got some quickness. Coach Martin always seems to find guys that can step in and fill big shoes.
Well, you did a good job on the play-by-play.
Well, thank you.
Carl did a nice job helping out on this broadcast. So, clock is down to about 3 minutes remaining. Carterville's punting. Nice kick. Hits at about the 44-yard line where it's downed at the 43. Nick Brown doing the kicking for the Lions. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by
Jones, number 23, at around
the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, where they offer a variety of personal and business banking services. Find out more. Go to tboc.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Scott and I will be tailgating at SIU. Sports Voice on location starts at 3 o'clock on 103.5 ESPN. Murph will join us.
Should have good weather for that.
Oh, it's going to be nice. Great food, beverages over there, and it's free. It is completely free. It does not cost you anything to come to the tailgate. They start tailgating at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
It's crazy. Great atmosphere as SIU going to be taking on South Dakota starting at 6 o'clock. Carry out near midfield. Under 3 minutes to go. But Sports Boys, don't forget, with Murph and Hudson starts at 8 o'clock. I'll jump in there about 9 o'clock. We chat about all sorts of stuff.
Everything. A lot to talk about. The demise of the Cardinals. Cub fans will be rejoicing.
I wonder if the Brewers won tonight.
I think they were ahead. Of
course, Cardinals get knocked off by the Cubs today. Nashville carries it up, across midfield, out near the 40-yard line. That is Gavin Baldwin, the sophomore running back, the 6'3". Running back, made a nice move. Enough for a first down. 2:22 remaining here in this contest. Trying to figure out, I'm going to have to rappel out on this microphone cable to talk to Coach Dennis Drust. Because he's not coming up here. He told me, if you want to talk to me, you got to come to me. I'm not coming to you.
I understand.
Oh, I know. Freeburg wins tonight. It's not a team that we talk a whole lot about.
Nope, the Midgets.
Snap, give to the running back. Out across the 40, down to near the 30-yard line.
With the carry. First down for the Hornets.
1st and 10.
Tackled by number.
Coach Dennis Drust takes the headset off just below us. And at the next timeout, you have to unwind this cord. Make sure I've got enough to get down there, because I'm just going to rappel down.
Boy, you're putting a lot of trust in me. A lot of trust.
Put one knot in the bottom.
It'd be easier if I just pushed you out.
Put one knot in there that I can hang on to. As
Gajewski takes a knee.
Quarterback takes a knee. They're going to wind this clock down. 42-14. The score. As we have just over a minute left, we appreciate you tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. We'll have our Southern Illinois Healthcare postgame show coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll name our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game in just a few minutes. All sorts left here on our broadcast. 42-14.
And Gajewski takes another knee.
Trying to fix my mic here. I may not be rappelling anywhere.
Only 3 games left in the season for Carterville. Only one of those, excuse me, a home game. That in 2 weeks against Pinckneyville. Then they'll finish the season out at Effingham in week 9. And we are finished here in Nashville as the Hornets beat the Lions 42-14 to go to 5-1. Carterville falls to 1-5 on the season.
Post-game show is coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
The Carterville Lions 14, nicely done out there on the field. The cheerleaders, the band, nicely done. Y'all drive home safely, and don't forget to buckle up.
Okay. Okay, we're good. So you're just going to lower this down to me.
Okay.
But I'm going to remind Bob that screw came out, so it's on 3. So I'm sure Coach is going to be quick, so getting up here. Yeah, 42-14, the final score in Nashville. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. It was all Nashville as they put the hammer on the Lions here tonight.
Couple of big plays.
Yeah.
early in the first, or I should say midway through the first quarter. Really took Carterville out of the ball game. They gave up too many big plays in the first half. I think in the first half, the shortest scoring play was 24 yards. Carterville's been susceptible to those long, giving up big plays all year long. It definitely hurt them tonight. And now at 1-5, don't have to worry about playoffs. You just play the last 3 games out and hope to maybe finish on a 3-game winning streak.
Let's talk about our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. Who would you select?
I would take Ball, the quarterback for Nashville. I thought he threw the ball well, had a lot of time for most of the night to find his receivers, made some nice throws. But I think that he was one of the big differences in this ball game.
I would agree, and we'll take care of that when we come back here on our post-game show, brought to you by Southern Illinois Healthcare. 42-14, Nashville over Carterville on NewsRadio WJPF. I'm going to go on down.
Okay. Okay. Test. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Back at Nashville, where the Carterville Lions lose tonight 42-14. And our Joe's Lawn Care star of the game, we're going to go with quarterback Damian Ball, the quarterback for Nashville, who was difference maker here tonight for the Nashville Hornets. We're going to go down to Coach Drust, if we can get the mic down there. There we go. We got it. With a little help from the Nashville people up here in the press box.
Dave McKenzie, Coach Dennis Drust, 42-14. Man, Nashville, they are what they are, aren't they?
We knew they were good, and talked to a lot of coaches about them, and said they're very good up front. And what we were impressed with a lot tonight, more than their offense, was their defense. Their defense was really downhill, really physical, and we were kind of unmatched, handling their big front up front. We knew that going in. We talked about size in the pregame, and size was a concern, and that was tough for us. But you know what? Our kids battled. We did some good things. We had some things working, and a fumble here, and a penalty on a good drive, and those things hurt you and put you in a tough situation. But we battled, and we told our kids, you only get to play this game so many times, and we're not happy where we're at. But those seniors, their careers are coming to an end, and they need to come back with a little pride, and we need to take out a little frustration next week and the next week.
Got Sparta on the road next week, and then Pinckneyville comes home. This Nashville team, though, I was impressed. Ball did a great job handling the offense, throwing the ball, had good receivers.
Well, our report was he was a runner, not a thrower, but he threw the ball very well tonight, and that's just another element they're going to have. And I know that it's tough for the sophomore to break a collarbone and go out, but he stepped in and did a great job for them, and probably something we couldn't prepare for. We didn't know what he was going to do coming in, but his running ability combined with the way he threw the ball tonight is going to be a big plus for them down the road.
A couple of turnovers for the Lions tonight, but I have to give credit to Petska. A couple of nice throws, and how about Mason Hunsberger with a couple of catches?
Yeah, we've been telling him you need to get active in there, and he they gave us some formations that we isolated him backside, and you're right, Keaton threw the ball well tonight. We probably had our best passing game of the night, and that's going to be important for us. In the last 3 games of the season, we're going to have to throw it as well. So we're still going to battle, we're still going to practice, we're still going to push the kids, and we just ask them to challenge themselves and push themselves, because this is a great game. You only get to play it so many games when you're in high school, and their career is going to wind down in 3 games. So we told them to make the most of it. We're not giving up on them. We just want them to make the most of it and enjoy it, and get back on the winning track in the next week, and then follow that up at home on senior night with another big game.
42-14, the final score. Nashville knocks off the Carterville Lions. Coach, thanks, and good luck next week in Sparta.
Thank you, guys.
Coach Dennis Struss joining us on the post-game show. Scott Hudson.
Well, Carterville loses this game 42-14. And as you heard Coach Struss talk and Dave McKenzie, the Carterville Lions will be heading to Sparta next week for Week 7 of the high school football season. Carterville falls to 1-5. They are not going to the playoffs this year, but there will be things to play for. Seniors want to finish out the season with a 3-game winning streak, and there will be some underclassmen that will be playing for starting positions and more playing time next year. So a lot to still be determined in these next 3 games for the Carterville Lions.
Well, shoot. Was hoping Carterville was going to be able to make some noise here in Nashville tonight. But like we said, we got to give credit to Nashville. They're a solid ball team. Didn't know exactly what we'd see with them, but they handled Carterville tonight, and they deserve the win.
They made the big plays. And Carterville, which has struggled with big plays defensively, and Carterville struggled with not having enough big plays offensively, just kind of all culminated here tonight at Nashville. And, you know, Coach Drust, he seemed very pleased with the effort from his kids tonight. We talked about several of those kids that played. Carterville played hard. There was just times they didn't play smart, and they just don't have the overall playmakers that they've had in years past. And Nashville had a quarterback came in who could sling the ball. They had some good wide receivers. And, again, big play after big play doomed the Lions tonight.
42-14, the final score. Next week's Carterville on the road at Sparta. 6:45, the pregame show here on News Radio WJPF. And, again, don't forget, no live stream video next week. I'm going to be on assignment, as it were, all next weekend. So good luck, Scott.
I'll do the best I can.
I know you will. You always do.
And if they win, you're fired.
I'll never be back again. So we appreciate you tuning in here. To our producer, engineer, Brian R. Powell back at the studio. For my partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. 42-14, the final score here in Nashville. They get the win over your Carterville Lions. For everyone involved, hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Come see us on Saluki Road tomorrow. Sports Voice on location starts at 3 o'clock on 103.5 ESPN. And then the Salukis take on South Dakota starting at 6 o'clock. Have a great weekend, everybody, from News Radio WJPF. Thanks, Bubba. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.